In the last episode, we saw that Google has lots of different kinds of things that you can discover through a regular Google search. As we saw, you can search for web pages, for example, in the resume case. You can search for resume images. But now I want to tell you a little bit more about what Google has. As you can see, in addition to regular web searches and image searches, we also have videos that you can search for and patents you can search for, all kinds of things. Not only do we have that information, but in some cases we provide special tools, that is, interfaces, that let you look for that kind of content. Here's a partial listing of some of the different kinds of content that Google has and different interfaces. So regular web search allows you to search web pages. No surprise. Regular Google search with the images tab selected allows you to search for images. Again, no surprise. Here, though, we also see we have videos, and we have YouTube videos, which is part of Google, so you can search through different kinds of videos for your topic. But we also have other kinds of content you might not know about. There's Google Scholar, for example, which is a collection of the scholarly literature, and it also includes legal opinions. So it's a big repository of high content, high quality information. We also have Google Patents, which is an interface to your US and European patents, Google News, Google Books, and so on. Now I want to give you a kind of a quick tour through each of these. Let's do a very simple search to begin. One of the most popular searches ever is a search for cats. And as you can see here, we have the regular web results. So on the right-hand side, we have this knowledge panel, which sort of summarizes information about it. But look across the top. We have Images tab here, which you know about. Videos, which shows us different kinds of videos of cats. Now notice this is not the same as YouTube. We'll get to that in a second. But we also have a tab here for news. This is all news about cats. We have shopping about cats. We can also, though, click on this More tab, which shows you videos you already know about, news you already know about, but also books. So here, now we're searching Google Books for cats. Now, Google Books is this giant collection of the scanned literature that we've been able to import into our data set. So by clicking on the Books tab, or by searching for Google Books, which I'll do by doing this, Google Books. Now notice what I've done. Sometimes these properties like Google Books or Google Patents are not obvious to find. They're not just a click away. You actually have to search for them. So this is a trick I use a lot. I don't remember the URLs. It's sort of silly waste of brain space to do that. But what you can do is search for Google Books or Google Patents or Google Scholar or Google Finance. And it's always the first result. So here, to get to Google Books, I can click on that, and you can see the special user interface for that. So now I'm just going to redo it and say cats. And you can see here we have that same list of results for cats books. You get the idea. There's a lot of stuff here that's worth looking at. So let's go back and now talk about Google Scholar a little bit more. Again, what I'm going to do is search for it. So I'm going to type Google Scholar. And it's the first result here. And you can see now the Google Scholar web page. So now I can type my search into the search box here, and I'll do cats again, just to be consistent. And you can see there's a lot of, well, very complex and scholarly information about cats. I don't want to know about diagnostic criteria for ankylosing spondylitis, but maybe you do. The point is, there's a lot of different kinds of information in Google, but you kind of have to know what it is. As I mentioned, we also have patent information. So how would I find that? Google Patents. And you click on the first result there. And now for cats, I'm going to do that again. And you can see here are patents about cats. And if you click on any one of these, you can go in and actually see the patent itself. So there's a lot of different kinds of things here. There are the additional properties like Google Scholar or Google Patents. But there's also, as you saw, images, news, video, and so on. Now, the patent content is interesting because it contains all of the US patents, but just recently we've added all of the EU patents. So if you're in Europe, you can also search for patents this way as well. Usually, I will tell you that you want to use the advanced search interface. We'll cover that in the advanced class. But basically, if you're a patent person and you need to search for patents, click on the advanced tab in patent search. Now, Scholar, as I mentioned, has a lot of legal content. Currently, that legal content is available only in English. So if you're in a non-English interface, say you're using German or Spanish or something, and you want to check this literature, you have to switch to English as your input language. Usually, what we've got in Google Scholar in the legal content is case law. Now, it's pretty extensive, and you can go and filter by different kinds of courts and so on. But so far, we only have US legal opinions. So when you're in Google, there's a lot of different kinds of things you can search for. There are dogs. Dogs? Yes, I guess there are dogs. And you can search for images, videos, news, scholarly information, legal information, and so on. But you need to know about these things. And I want you to take this knowledge with you and go ahead and do the next activity.